In this tutorial, we want to draw this apple here with the bites, which I call the bites in Inkscape. I'm using Inkscape 1.0. So we'll start by just going to the ellipse and circle tool, and then we draw an ellipse. We draw an ellipse, something like this is okay. Make it a bit bulky, not a circle though, but in this direction is okay. And then go to selection tool, and then then go to edit, and then we do a duplicate. Now we take our duplicate and move it a bit to the right because we want to create something that looks like the apple. Now select both. This is already selected, so go to shift and select this and go to path, and then go to union. So we need to manipulate it a bit. So go to this edit path by nodes, and then you see this, you get these nodes. Go here and move it down a bit so it's a bit, yes. And then maybe we want to make this side a bit thinner, or yes, to reduce the down parts a bit. Let's see here, something a bit to reduce it a bit, because in apples the down part is a bit low and slimmer than the top part. Okay, let's see here. You can also move this a bit to make it look a bit thinner, the down part to look a bit thinner than the top part. Now select these two nodes here and then also move them up a bit. Let's move it up a bit. I think I made it too thin here, something like this, so that, and then we move this also. It looks a bit bulkier there because of the move that was too much, I think. I mean, play around with it until you have something which looks like more or less an apple. I think this is, move mine a bit down. Yes, something like this I think is reasonable. And then here I think I should move this a bit here for it to not look. I think now I'm good. Or I move this maybe to a bit down. Okay, now we want to do the bite, so just go out of this, and then we go for our Bezier tool, and then we want to we go for the draw freehand line, the pencil. It looks like a pencil, and you just use the first regular Bezier path, but this pencil here, and then we want to draw something that looks like a bite more or less. So we can start from here more or less and do something which, and then go out a bit, okay, and then you come until you meet where you started, and then you stop. So this is what will be our bite for this one here. I think I see some bulky something here I want to correct. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Now the next thing we will do is that with this we select what we drew. Let's give it any color at all for the time being. We give it maybe this color here. We can already give our apple the darker shade, so select it and give it this color here. Now this we are going to do a duplicate, so go to edit and then do a duplicate of it. Now with the duplicate selected, go to shift and select the apple as well, and then go to path difference. Now this is the original thing we drew. we want to pick it up here, and then I think we should rotate it, or we can also flip it. Select it. Let's first of all try to flip it in. Yeah, we flip it in the horizontal. It's also good. Now you see it's sitting on, so I would suggest you move it down. You can move it down by going to this place and lower selection to bottom, so it looks something like this, and then you move it until it lies some way somehow there that it looks a bit natural, like a bite. And then we come here. I forgot to tell you something. We chose the fill. I told you to choose this color here, but the stroke I used the yellow one. So we go, I think I used one of these. So to get the stroke, select this again, go to shift, because this to get the stroke, and choose this color here to get the stroke. That's the yellow boundary there. Okay, you can choose that, and then we select this one here, and then we want to give it some form of gradient. So we make sure go to object, fill and stroke. If this was not open for you, then this will pop up, and then it's the fill that we want to give the gradient. So if yours is at stroke, make sure it's at fill, and then give it a linear gradient. Now we want to manipulate the linear gradients a bit, so we would go to go for our gradient, edit gradient tool, and then when this comes up, we go through. First we can start from the hole here. If you can't see, I make it a bit bigger. I go for the zoom. You can also zoom by just pressing the plus sign on your keyboard. If you press plus on your keyboard, you can also make it big, or you can use the magnifying glass here. Now we want to put the gradients in this, so we select our gradient. We select our gradient tool and come here. You see this hole here, touch it, double click it, and then give it the color that we gave the thing when we started. I think it was this color, so give it that, and then we go in again, and then somewhere here, more or less, we give it this. I'll give it this color, this color here, and then we choose another place here, and then we give it a darker one again, the darker shade again. That is this. So I think this looks okay, more or less. If you want it a bit darker, you can also give here, but I think I think it looks reasonably okay now. So we leave it as it is. Now we want to draw. We are going to draw the shape on top there. Let me make this a bit smaller so that we look at what we are doing more or less. It's not exactly, because the bites here could be a different one. Now we want to draw this thing here. To draw this thing here, just go for your Bezier, normal Bezier tool here, and then just draw a line. So just go here and draw a line that slants a bit, something like this is sufficient. We want to make use of, we could have drawn it, but I want to show you some of the effects of the path effects. So we'll rather select it and go to path effects, and then if you don't have path effects here, the first thing you go to path, and then you go to path effects, and then this will pop up, and then if it did not change, you just press it here, and then we go to the plus, and then I want to use power stroke. You can read about any of these effects by coming here and reading, but I want to use power stroke, so you press it. Now the power stroke gives you the ability that the stroke can be extended very nicely. With this, we just leave everything as it is. We will use the zero width and rounded. You can change the joints, but in our case we don't need all that. The width and all you can change, but with us, if it's difficult for you to see, you can increase the width a bit like this. But now what we really want to do is to use this edit path by nodes. So you do see a holes here. Let's make it big again so that you can see what I mean. I'm using the magnifying glass. You use the left mouse to make it big and the right mouse to make it small. Okay, so this, we are here now. I'm going to use this. You see some holes here. You can touch any of the holes and open this, so you can make it big, you can make it small. The holes are what we are going to use. Now let's look at our original thing. What we need to do, more or less, we need to open about 2 of them. So let's go here, and then we open this a bit, and then maybe I open this as well to make it a bit bigger. If it's too big also, I can also use just the one. If you use the one, I just to show you how this you can use because this you can change in many forms. You can have the cap to be round, zero width. You can have it squared, you can have it rounded, you can have it peaked, you can have it this way as well. And then we want to just use this, this is just to show you how to. And the start cap is the same. The start cap, you can make it squared, you can make it this, you can make it that, or you can make it this, or you can make it zero width. We don't care about that now because I'm going to put the start. I'm just going to put the start inside the thing. Let's make it now a bit smaller by going to the magnifying glass and making it smaller so we can look at what we are doing. We need to make this a bit bigger, so we go for our Bezier tool and then extend it more, something like this, and then go here and make this a bit bigger as well. Make it here, and we go out a bit again. This, maybe we make it a bit slimmer, and then we pick it up. We go for it, can bring it here. I would want to rotate it, so double click it and rotate it. You can rotate it like this, and then you pick it up, and then you can put it somewhere here. So, and then if you see this thing, you can push it down so that we don't see anything. So you can pick this and go to lower selection bottom so that it's like this, or you can make it thin a bit like that. You can also rotate, as I said, so that depending on whatever you think is good for your this thing. So that's how you can do this golden bite in Inkscape 1.0 or in Inkscape in general. Thank you for watching. I don't know, did I change this color? Let's change it to the original, to the color of this thing as well. Yes, please help me by subscribing to my channel, and please come again to watch more videos. Thank you. Bye.